early April, the ground is warming. The daffodils are blooming throughout the south. Remnants of Easter Sunday still scattered in the high grass from the children on their hunt for colorful eggs dressed in their Easter clothes. If we could only harness that mystical energy in a child's giggle and use it in our darkest moments to bring us to an understanding and quietness of the mind. The family of Rondreiz Phillips, the beautiful child they call Junior, has lived in this darkness, trying to hold on to those boyish giggles that has escaped their reality. What led Junior out of his yard on that warm April day? Was it curiosity or something much more sinister? This is Junior's story through the eyes of strangers. Junior Phillips was playing in the front yard of his residence in the 100 block of Howard Road located in Lisbon, Louisiana. His mother was inside their home while her boyfriend at the time was outside, believed to be working on a truck. Junior's mother had set up boundaries for him so he would not wander into the woods. They had only been living there for about a month, but felt it was safe for him to go out to play because they were surrounded by her boyfriend's family and knew they also kept an eye on him while he was outside playing. Plus, they lived in a very rural area. The village of Lisbon only had a population of around 180 people. The couple's story was both very similar, but slightly different, but it could be due to the chaos and confusion of a child's disappearance, or maybe a different perspective. The mother said he was out front of the house playing, and then the next time she checked on him, he was gone, disappeared, vanished, without a trace. 911 was called around 12:30 that day asking for help in finding their child. Nicholas Gilbert, the mom's boyfriend, told a slightly more detailed story. He said that he was having problems with his truck that day Junior came up missing. Nicholas also said he went into the house and told Junior's mother he was going to Homer to check on his brother. Gilbert says when he came home, he asked Junior's mother where he was. She told him he was over at his aunt's house. They tried calling the aunt, but she did not answer. He recalled his aunt had a doctor's appointment that day, so she drove to the doctor's office to where his aunt was supposed to be, but she wasn't there. She finally returned his call and said that Junior was not with her. The boyfriend then drove back home and began looking for Junior, and no prevail, so they called 911. Shortly after being reported missing, hundreds of community members and law enforcement officers began searching nearby woods. Detectives say they were draining ponds and checked several water wells and drains, but turned up nothing. A Level 2 Endangered Missing Child Advisory was issued by Louisiana State Police in this case, meaning that Junior was believed to be missing, but not abducted. Within a week, Junior's case was picked up by the FBI. Dennis Butcher with the Claiborne Parish Homeland Security says they are still investigating Junior's case. Unfortunately, they have no new leads or evidence. This case screams at you, find me, Butcher said. It weighed on you every day. We thought we would find this child relatively quickly, he has stated. He says during the first few weeks of the investigation, they exhausted their resources. Butcher also stated they pinged cell phones, drained ponds, and even used drones to search the area. They collected camera footage from commercial trucks that passed through the area. He says none of the footage showed anything out of the ordinary. It's just as if the earth swallowed him up and he's gone. We haven't found him yet, the officer said, just vanished from an extremely rural portion of Claiborne Parish. Authorities assembled grid searches of woods around the child's home, and helicopter and drone also joined the search. He said they also used trained personnel and canine officers, but neither could pick up anything that would lead to Junior's whereabouts. He also stated he does not believe Junior's disappearance was a random act. Although the family stated they believe Junior was kidnapped by someone and is still alive, authorities state Junior is missing under unclear circumstances. An extensive search of the area turned up no indication of his whereabouts, and his case remains unsolved. Junior's mother and her boyfriend were both arrested on separate, unrelated charges after Junior's disappearance. his mother for possession of methamphetamines, and him for scrap metal theft. They both maintained their innocence in this case, and Gilbert stated he passed a polygraph. He and Junior's mom are now separated. April 5th, 2021 will be 3 years since this little guy's disappearance. They still have no credible leads in this case. It's hard to believe that he just walked into the woods after reading the words of family members saying he was afraid to go into the woods alone. Theorizing a child's disappearance is like looking into a magic mirror. Everything in what we imagine to be the real world has its ghostly, inscrutable mirror images. In other words, things aren't always what they seem to be. Law enforcement officials did numerous searches trying to locate the child. There was massive searches that was done, but no evidence was uncovered. The FBI has also assisted in the efforts of trying to make sense of Junior's disappearance. There is a $10,000 reward for information regarding his whereabouts. Junior was born on November 21st, 2013, and was 4 years old on the day of his disappearance. He is 3 foot, weighing 45 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. Junior was wearing a white t-shirt, blue jeans, and black and yellow rubber boots on the day he disappeared. If anyone has any information about Junior's whereabouts, you should please call the Claiborne Parish Sheriff's Office at 318-927-2011 or 1-800-THE-LOST, or you can contact the FBI in New Orleans at 504-816-3000. The administrators of The Missing Truth is sending our love and our prayers out to Junior and his family. May peace be with you all. For further updates on Junior's case, subscribe to The Missing Truth to receive notifications. Like us and leave us a comment. If you have a family member or a friend that is missing and you feel their case has not received enough attention, you can contact us by email at themissingtruth1@gmail.com or send us a private message on our Facebook page. Like us on our Facebook page, join our private Facebook group, follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Thank you for joining us tonight. Join us here next Tuesday evening at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And always remember, some sort of truth remains in a lie. Have a good night.